Moi kaikki. That's Finnish and means hi everybody. Hey, some people have asked me why do we take off like vertically. I just made a video from this same Kuopio-Kelloniemi Finnheim's helicopter base. You can check it. It's about this checklist I have made from the Airbus H145 helicopter, and it's tutorial how to use this, and you can also download this checklist from the same video in the descriptions. I'm Finnheim's helicopter pilot, like a real helicopter pilot in this same company, which livery I am using here. This is High Performance Group's helicopter, Airbus H145, and livery by Dennis Pfeiffer, really nice looking Finnheim's livery. And I work in Rovaniemi Finnheim's base, and this is, as said, Kuopio base made by really talented Bamse Fabricius. So, back to the point. We are operating in two different performance classes in our Finnheim's operations in Finland, and this is about PC1 and PC2. You might have heard about Dead Man's Curve, and I will show it to you. It's this kind of curve. This is from Wikipedia, and it has nothing to do with the multi-engine helicopters. This is only for one-engine helicopters, like Bell 104B, which is stated here. It means that with one engine you should gain airspeed more than 50 knots in this helicopter type until before you should gain some altitude, and you should avoid this red area here and this red area here. If you go to the red area, you are not necessarily able to make auto rotation, which is forced land for helicopters. When you try to snuggle here from this wide area, you are in a safer situation if the landing area under you allows you to make forced landing. And there's also this narrow red area here. If you go too fast, very near to the ground, and one engine of yours shuts down, you are not able to do safe flare. And then I have one helicopter here. You are not able to make safe flare and make the speed low enough to make auto rotation to the ground. So you should follow that white line there. But that was about the Dead Man's Curve and one-engine helicopters. But we have two-engine helicopter, this Airbus H145, number 1 and number 2. It means that when we are operating as a performance class 1 operations, we are able to make forced landing, or actually quite normal landing with one engine. And let's check what does mean per PC1 and PC2. Here you can see this is document made by Australian Government Civil Aviation Safety Authority, and page number 10. I just found this from Google, searching from Google. Performance Class 1 ICAO definition. It means that when departing, before the TDP takeoff decision point, if one of the engines is shut down, you are able to make landing to the area where you just left, and if the engine shuts down after the TDP, you are able to make a certain kind of procedure to avoid all the obstacles, and all the obstacles in this PC1 category has been inspected and very carefully put to documents. And we have this kind of charts from every PC, Cat A PC landing and departure points. This is from Kuopio Kelloniemi, the exactly same area that I'm using now in the flight simulator. You are allowed to use only one direction for the departure and takeoff, or the opposite direction. And in with that direction, all the obstacles has been observed and put to the charts here. I'm not able to show this chart any more closely because I haven't got the permission from the manufacturer of this exact chart. So all of the PC1 places has been inspected so that it's safe to perform this kind of departure. And then there is PC2, which we are using when we land or depart from like accident site, where it might be wherever in a swamp or in a road or field. No one has made a landing or takeoff procedure there, but we are operating basically the same way than in PC1 places. But this is PC1 place, and all the obstacles have been inspected in this place. And I will make PC1 VTOL, vertical takeoff, or the second name for it is RTOL, rearward takeoff and landing. I will hit the engines on, put the snow skis on because we have those here in Finland, and 4 persons as a crew, and fuel is full. And let's check the wind. Okay, wind is backside of us, so we will use this VTOL and take off to direction of 344, like in the real world. 344. And because this is PC1 RTOL or VTOL takeoff, just a second, I will make all these settings like I made in my latest tutorial. You can check it if you wish. Nav display, all the annoying maps, hide it, and sector view like in our operations, and check the range. Now it's good, 6 miles, let's put 3 miles. And PC1, RTOL or VTOL, it means that when we depart from this VTOL, we start backing. In this case, I will start backing to this direction because of the wind, and at altitude or height 200 feet I have takeoff decision point, TDP, and if I get malfunction before that point, I will make a landing to the same spot I just departed. If I get malfunction after that one, I will obtain a certain procedure to avoid all the obstacles. In this case, we don't have obstacles because it's only water here, but in most of the cases there is buildings and antennas and trees and all is in these procedures they have been inspected. Hard to find the words. But now I will set D8, which is decision height, to 200 feet, because it's what this chart here is saying, that we use the TDP and LDP landing decision point. Both are 200 feet with the radio altimeter. And decision height is measured by radio altimeter device, which is here in the table. You can see it here. 2 antennas. It's sending signal underneath the helicopter, and the other one is picking up the signal, and it's calculating the altitude or the height. I have to be accurate with the height and altitude. It's a different thing. But now we're using decision height 200, and it's set here. Yes, I hope you will see it. I have to remember that I have this small picture here where you can see my setup and myself, and it will go hiding behind it if I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. So direction 344 and vertical takeoff VTOL in there, and I will make one engine in operative exercise for you before the takeoff decision point. I will make this guard already. Switch the guard off, and then I'm not reading the checklist right now because I just want to make these things quick and memorize. Lifting, turning left, moving left. Watch out, ground crew. And here at the FATO, power check, no warnings, no cautions, and FLI below blue line. And then go. Let's try to obtain about 300 feet per minute climb with the FLI power setting in the yellow. Backing off. 344 was the heading, and radio altimeter says that we are at 150 feet, and now I will hit the other engine off and start landing
100 feet
without using too much power. This wasn't the most smoothest one, but here we are. And this was PC1 RTOL takeoff with one engine in operative before the takeoff decision point, TDP. And now we can hit number 2 on and wait that it starts. Main gearbox chip. For some reason this simulator does this. Main gearbox chip. Let's do all maintenance actions from this EFB device here. Yes. Okay, both of the engines are in flight, and NR101, and we are ready for second try. Now I will make the engine shut down number 2 after the TDP, and after that I should accelerate to VTOL speed, which is 45 knots. Actually, because our decision height is 200 feet, I'm already at 200 feet. So I will start immediately accelerating to VY speed, which is 70 knots. And when I get VY speed, I'm able to start climbing to the safe altitude. And when I do this according to this procedure, I'm able to obtain the PC1 RTOL takeoff according to this plate I have here. Hopefully I was clear enough. English is not my native language, so simple things are very hard to explain sometimes when you have when you don't have the vocabulary, the words. Okay. Lifting. No warnings, no cautions. FLI below blue line. And then RTOL or VTOL takeoff to direction 344, and engine number 2 will be shut down after the TDP, which was 200 feet, and go. Feet. 150. I hope you can see the radio altimeter values there. MFD 2 and 200 feet TDP, and go. And then I will shut the engine tube. Like that. I'm already at 200 feet, so accelerating via VTOL, which is now, and checking that I won't pull up too much power. VY speed. Now I can start climbing, and all the obstacles avoided, and I put to the MCP power, maximum continuous power, and check that the helicopter is climbing like that. MCP, one engine in operative MCP power, which means one maximum continuous power. So below this yellow box, if I put some more collective, I will get the stopwatch here counting 2 minutes. And let's keep us flying the VY speed and slight climbing. The temperature is 22 centigrades, so it shouldn't affect too much to our powers. Main gearbox chip again for some reason. Okay, hey, now we are safe, and I can switch the working engine on, and I will start turning right to get us back to the base. And let's maintain VY speed. That was PC1 VTOL or RTOL takeoff from Kelloniemi helicopter base. Let's hit the indicated airspeed on, so I won't lose any speed without noticing. And Kelloniemi is there behind this pillar. And let's keep this heading for a while. There we go, there is Kelloniemi. And then turning further right. This autopilot is not working. exactly like the real one. Surprise. But very close. So decoupling the autopilot and flying manually. Here. Level flight-ish and speed around VY. There we go. And Kelloniemi is just about to come visible from there. There it is. So we should get back there and using the PC1 landing. And in the landing stage we have to take care of the airspeed, and LDB landing decision point for Kelloniemi base will be heading with the heading 344 with these prevailing winds, and same decision height 200 feet, which is set up here, as you can see. So I'm on the base leg to the base and start decelerating little by little, turning right and also going a little bit down. And we should get Kelloniemi visible. There it is. 344. It's about this direction. Now just approaching, checking that the direction will be good. Gauges are good, no warnings and no cautions. DH is 200 and LDB speed, indicated airspeed, or actually the ground speed, but it's pretty much the same right now, will be 20 knots. We are still at the 500 feet with the radio altimeter, so going down. .30 knots, 300 feet. And at LDB I should see the VTOL from that small window. .20 knots already, and LDB landing. Now, just to show you, I will again shut the engine 2 and I should be able to land safely with one engine,
100 feet.
with avoiding all the obstacles to this VTOL. I'm using the 2 minutes power setup as seen from the FLI. Now 4 feet, 1 feet, oh, simulator technique stuff here. Wobbling. Yes. There we go. We are safely in the VTOL. And that was landing with one engine, and the malfunction began after the LDB landing decision point. Acknowledge, shut the engine back on, and do all maintenance actions, because we have this main gearbox chip for some reason. Okay, hey, I hope that now you can understand what is PC1 VTOL or RTOL. Takeoff and landing. Why there is such a landing and procedure, and it's for 2-engine helicopters only, and why it is for 2-engine helicopters only. As you can see, you're able to land all the time safely with one engine and maintaining the separation to all obstacles. And next we will jump to my home base Rovaniemi. It's in the Arctic Circle, right next to the Santa village, and I will show you how to make PC1 Clear Heliport takeoff and landing in PC1. Okay, I want to briefly show you, if you don't know where Finland is. This is Europe, this is Russia, Norway, Sweden and Finland, and for some strange reason I have lots of add-ons here. We were just flying here in Kuopio area. There's lots of lakes. We have, Finland is called the land of thousands lakes. I don't know how many thousands, but we have very much lakes and clear waters. And Rovaniemi is here, and the Arctic Circle goes right here, south side of the airfield. And Santa's village is located here in this area, and the Arctic Circle goes just about here. And here is Rovaniemi airfield. It's also military airfield. Military areas are here, and the border guard helicopter base is here. Sorry, it's here. My mistake. This is some kind of general aviation in here. And our base is located here. Here is also general aviation hangar. I'm not able to start the helicopter straight from here, so I will start it from here and then hover to our base and then start capturing the video again. But this is Rovaniemi. Okay, here we are in Rovaniemi airfield. It's a nice summer day here in real life. It's about half a meter snow and freezing conditions. Here is our Finham's base, which I just showed you. Here's the terminal for the commercial flights, and a civil aviation hangar, and here is the border guard helicopter base, and downtown. Oh mine, there's some kind of error in the elevation data. Something has changed. Crap. And Rovaniemi downtown back there, about maybe 6-8 kilometers. And then military area here, and the tower is located there. But now I will zoom there to the Finham's base. It's quite nice looking, like in the real world. And I'm now in a platform which has been made by Andreas Enbakka. It's approximately in the same area where it should be in real life when the automatic platform takes itself outside of the hangar. And the hangar is in real life only one big door. But here we can see 2 doors. Okay, but hey, in here in Rovaniemi we don't have the FATO, sort of like painted FATO, and we have very big runway and taxiway here right next to our base and the Quebec area here. So in Rovaniemi we usually depart and land using the category A Clear Heliport takeoff procedure or landing procedure, and we have of course own plates for Rovaniemi visual takeoff stuff, and the TDP in Clear Heliport takeoff is 15 feet with the radio altimeter and 30 knots, so 15 and 30. We usually put the D8s ready to 200 feet, or actually it's always in there in the daytime because it's the minimum setting for D8s, and our minimum altitude is 250 feet during the daytime in our operations. And let's now hit the B. I didn't remember to set up the air pressure in the Kuopio area, but we were working with the D8s. But now I hit the B key from the keyboard and it just makes the pressure setting right. But now decision height is at 200, and with the procedure PC1 Clear Heliport takeoff, which will happen from this Tango taxiway, and our wind is approximately from north, so we will depart heading 03. So our takeoff will be Tango 03 direction. If the wind would come from other direction like westernly or southerly direction, we would take off to Tango 21. And what does mean Tango 21 and 03? It means the heading. You can check from the compass. That direction is about 210 degrees. So in aviation the runway heading is then 21, and that direction is about 30 degrees, so this direction is 03, and the taxiway here is Tango and our direction will be Tango 03, so in that direction. Okay, so TDP 1530, and if malfunction before the TDP, a flare and soft landing to the taxiway, and if after that I will start climbing. First accelerating to VTOL speed 45 knots, and then climbing to 200 feet, and then start accelerating to VY speed, and with VY and MCP I will start climbing to safe altitude. And actually I could, if I have time and enough hands, I can make the one engine shutdown after, well, perhaps before the TDP. Let's check. Okay, lifting, warnings, cautions checked, FLI below blue line, temperature 24 centigrades, and okay, tanks are only half full. I forgot to fill them, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we are departing to the right, but I will check left, but there is no other sim pilots. And of course we operate by getting clearances from the tower frequency in Rovaniemi airfield is 24/7 ATC controlled, so it's always on. Well, open. Okay, our altitude is already, or height is 10, so the TDP was 15 feet with radio altimeter and 30 knots. Now let's try to make this with left hand. And then number 2 shuts down before the TDP, trying to land smoothly, carefully, without using too much power. Now with the ground effect we don't need so much power. And landing. Oh crap, this is strange sometimes when touching the surface, this simulator. And I will make the fuel tanks full by pressing Shift F, so this will act more like realistically if we were very light with this procedure. Now both engines on, flight guarded, NR101, and then we will make a PC1 Clear Heliport takeoff. This is the point, which is TDP will be 15 feet and 30 knots. And now I will shut one of the engines, number 2, after the TDP and try to reach the VTOLs, and after that climb to 200 feet with radio altimeter, and then accelerate to VY speed 70 knots and then do the tricks. Let's see how it goes with this simulator. Okay, lifting. 5 feet hover, no warnings, no cautions, FLI below blue line, and then go. And at the TDP I will call either flying or something else. 20 knots. Oh, this is not as easy like in the real world. On TDP-ish, flying. And then I will switch engine off. Okay. And then let's make it VTOL speed. Now VTOL climbing with a 2 minutes power setting to 200 feet. At 200 feet, and then without losing the altitude or height, VY, and then power to MCP below the yellow box and continue climbing with the VY speed. Well, it was not the smoothest, but something. Now we are good to go, and then I will start engine number 2. And then we will make PC1 Clear Heliport landing to the same area, and I will try to aim to same spot that we departed first to the first try, which is a beam our base. I have some strange errors here. Elevation data is tricking, messing up with me. Okay, here. Let's hit altitude, indicated airspeed, heading, and check what happens. and VY speed, and in Rovaniemi we usually are cleared to altitude 1500 feet, and its altitude, which is barometric altitude, which comes from this pressure setting here. And I'm repeating myself, the decision height, the radio altimeter height comes from the radio altimeter, and it's the altimeter height to the ground. And the height, the altimeter is to the sea surface. And there we have the airport, and we start turning right using the beep trim. In the real life we usually fly with the autopilot, at least altitude and heading mode or navi mode on. So this is why I use quite a lot autopilot. Your hands free. Oh, this is really strange. I haven't seen this kind of stuff before, but it's fixing itself when I get more near to this area. Okay, let's not try to care about it. Okay, our landing spot will be here. This is the hangar next to our base, and this is our base, and here is the taxiway and holding point Quebec. Continue turning right, and I will try to aim VY speed and 500 feet with the radio altimeter. Now I'm going down. Oh, too early. And Rovaniemi airfield is located in quite a high area compared to the surrounding area, so it's very often inside clouds and freezing fog and some other nice stuff. So if I put my altitude or height now to 800 feet, it will come near to the 500 feet. Now decoupling the autopilot, and clear heliport landing. LDP will be, sorry I forgot to say, it's 100 feet and 40 knots. 100 feet, 40 knots. VTOL speed. I didn't get the aiming point, but let's not care about it. 100 feet with the radio altimeter, and it will say decision at 200 feet, but let's not care about it.
Decision height.
Disregard. 40 knots maintaining, and 100 feet landing. That was the LDP, landing decision point. All the time I'm leaning to the left side because the wind is from the left, and the helicopter wants to fly in this simulator a little bit to the left, so for some reason I want to lean in my bench. Okay, here we are, turning right from the Quebec. Let's see how it goes with our platform, it has some issues. I have to go very much to the front side of this platform so that the skids don't sink through the platform. Meters forward. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think it happened. Yes. One of the skids. It's a little bit hovering here, but let's regard it's like on ground. But hey, first of all, sorry I forgot to say about the landing decision point values, which was LDP was 100 feet with the radio altimeter and 30 knots with the airspeed indicator, or to be more precise, ground speed. I hope that now you will understand what is PC1 VTOL or RTOL takeoff, why it's done, and with what helicopter this is moving. Oh crap, hopefully it doesn't drop. Let's lift it to the ground. And what is PC2 landing? I can actually show you the PC2 till the end here. And what is PC1 Clear Heliport takeoff and landing? Why do we use them, and how are we able to make the landing if the malfunction comes before or after the TDP or LDP? Now I will just make PC2 some kind of whatever clear heliport takeoff-ish without any decision point, just hit the road. My FPS is quite poor with the OBS studio running behind. It should be around 30 frames per second normally, but this OBS is taking quite a lot power from the PC. Sorry about that. Okay, this will be PC2 landing and to congested area. Let's say we could take like this gas station here and aim to this spot. In real life there is some power lines in this spot, and wind is backside of us, not very high wind, and so PC2 landing to that area which we just checked, heading towards the wind, and decision, it's not LDP because this is not PC1, but it will be decision point will be DH 200 feet and malfunction before it, back to the airfield, and after that we'll try to land to the spot we just spotted. There it is. We are at 300 feet with the radio altimeter, and the speed will be 20 knots. And there is the gas station. 20 and 200. landing. And in real life, if we are not sure about the landing spot, we hit, for example, the GG. Let's see if I can hit it on. Now
100 feet.
GTC. Now it's on. No, it was on. It's not working like it was. Like it used to work. What's happening? No, GTC-H mode. So-called hover mode here. You can get it by pressing twice the button here in the cyclic in real life. And I have binded it to this one button here in the collective. So now we are able, so in the real life in PC2 landing, sometimes we stop to hover about 100 feet. Now we are at 80 to 90 feet, and the paramedics or doctors and everybody, we can check the area. There's nothing loose, obstacles or objects which could cause us harm or break something, and then we can decouple the upper modes and continue the landing to the spot that we just checked. Nearest obstacle is the tree, 12 o'clock. Some dust here while landing to this gas station yard. Okay, here we are safely on the ground with PC2 category VTOL or RTOL landing. Hey, hopefully you are not you are now fully aware how to fly a helicopter using the PC1 and 2 procedures, and why do we use them, and with what helicopter. Now I will shot the helicopter, and you can check that stage if you want, but I think that this was quite about this. And sorry again about my English, it's not so fluent. If I would speak Finnish, it would be more fluent and funny and stuff. But it is what it is. And my video cutting, I will be very brief. I don't want to spend too much time on editing the video, so it will be quite simple, just containing all the basic labels according to the stage that we are practicing at the moment. So nothing special wow effects, just informative video with plain placards and stuff. Okay, after landing, cyclic collective, centered, locked, external lights off, autopilots off, weather radar, standby, engine 1 and 2 main switches idle, test checklist, skip, overhead panel, avionics switches 1 and 2 off, standby battery switch off, DC reception switch off, pilot heating 1 and 2 switch off, transfer pumps off, external lights off, heating ventilation off, MFD 4 display to VMS page, rotor brake no, engine 1 and 2 main switches off. They are off. and the rotor brake in RMAX 50. Now it's 50 and we can apply the rotor brake. It stopped. And then test checklist engines off. Disregard flight report from MFD4. Here we have flight report 17 minutes in air, 31 total time. And next OAE at 2 minutes, power we used 12 seconds, and accumulated flights also 12 seconds, and no 30-second power needed in this flight. And creep life damage 0%, landings 4 times. So flight report is checked, battery master switch off, standby battery switch off, EFP is off. Okay, hey, thank you and sorry, hopefully you liked this. Please leave a comment if you want to know something more about like basic flying with the helicopter or HIMS operations in general. And as I have said in every video, this is not the exactly same procedures and stuff that we make in real life, so you can only gather some information for your simulator flights from these tutorials, and this is just to make your hobby with the flight simulator more reachful when you can like try to operate your helicopter sort of like in the real world, because in group flights where I have been, it's mostly just like flying and goofing around. It's not wrong, but for some reason when I fly this helicopter in my job and then I come here to my home cockpit and fly my the same helicopter, then at work I like to do everything pretty much the same way like in the real world. But as said, it's not wrong to goofy around, of course, in the flight simulator. Okay, hey, hope you liked and see you next time. Cheers, bye.